So I will be walking you through a live test automation. A live business process testing on Fiori-based enterprise or transaction. So what I have done is I have just launched the KTern Chrome extension, which you can see over here. So, and then we also have the KTern application in place. So what I will go ahead and do is that I will click on this record test case. I'm currently part of the test case wizard. So there is the record test case option where I can give the URL. Primarily, maybe let's just copy one URL. So primarily to tell KTern where should I start this test automation from. So now I click on the start recording. So what happens is that KTern's Chrome extension with the application, so it opens up the respective Fiori application with which we gave the recording URL. So primarily opens up that specific application. This is the Chrome test extension which records the test cases steps. I can also just quickly click on certain test steps in order to show how the test cases are captured as well. Maybe let me just launch one application called manage sales orders. So I'm just clicking upon this specific application. So we can see the specific test steps are being captured accordingly as part of this extension. Of course, it will be reflected as part of the application as well once we have the complete test script recording. And then once this script is recorded, we can also automate and play the respective test case as well to see how the logs are being generated as well. So we can see the manage sales order app having been opened, and I'm just clicking on one record, one sold to party as part of this application. It will be primarily recorded as part of this extension as well. So what I will do is I will just stop this. So in a span of a few seconds or minutes, so it will be generated as part of the KTern application. So from the KTern Chrome extension, so the respective test steps will be created as part of this application automatically. So both are in sync is what I'm coming to say. If we wanted to look at where the test scripts and logs are generated, so this is the place. So here we can see the script that has been generated. The what we did now has been generated now. So opening up the cloud application and then of course clicking on the respective test steps, and whatever we recorded now is available as part of this test script now with this step instruction, what is the step action and the step value, the different locators in place. So what are the different locator options by which KTern has recorded, and then also a quick screenshot of the application as well. Whatever we did now, the actions that we did, we went into a manage sales order application and then we clicked on this one item as part of the to party. So this is being recorded and everything is being captured as part of the test script. So since this test script has been generated now, what I will do is I will go ahead and run this test script. So this will primarily run this automated script, so and generate the evidence as well. There is a remote grid option as well where you can run in a remote server as well. So based on the preferences of the customer, so we deploy it in their on-premise landscape or as well as part of the cloud as well. The test execution can happen, in a separate remote server that can be primarily in a on-premise one or in a cloud version as well. It can be both. The server can be both in the on-premise landscape or as well as part of the cloud landscape. Talking about virtual machines, KTern offers the capabilities to run these test execution in a virtual machine, not just in a mere in a browser-based UI way, in a very user client perspective, but KTern does offer that capability, running up in a virtual machine. So it can be either in a Google Cloud or an Azure-based virtual machine, or it can be the customer's own virtual machine as well. We were talking about the test script generation as well as the test case execution. Of course, like I mentioned, the test case execution can happen in the foreground in the client UAV, or like Jeff suggested, it would happen in a remote grid in a virtual machine as well, based on the preferences of the customer. So that virtual machine can be provided by the customer, or KTern can also provide that a respective virtual machine with the commercial implications as well. Yeah, we just ran one script. I mean the script which we recorded just now, and we can see like it has run successfully, like how we recorded as per the steps. So one of the things that we can notice here is the intelligent test automation of KTern. So where initially KTern recorded with attribute, but however that attribute was not present. So KTern has self-healed, and then it has also went ahead and automated based on the secondary locators which were in place. So when I can navigate back to the application, so for each of the test steps, so there are different locators. So if one locator is not available, so it will primarily look upon other locators, or it can be a combination of multiple locators as well. So KTern does self-healing capabilities, and with that, it does intelligent test automation as well. So talking about the test automation, if there are any unstable attributes as well, so KTern does take care of it with these intelligent locators as well. And so we are looking at the test scripts. So when we get into the logs, yeah, we will see the log which has happened just now. So the 11 steps which was recorded as part of the script now, so they have passed now, and all the 11 steps have been passed. And if we look at it, the screenshots would have also been captured with the execution time and the step outcome and what was the step instruction as well. So you have a complete transparency on what has been recorded and what has been executed and what is the execution time instant and things like that. Yeah. So KTern has capabilities in terms of specifying the actions as well. So there are different types of actions which we can assert, we can validate, I mean, if a sales order is created, so we can change the value with which the sales order has to be created. Or if we have to, upon creation of a sales order, if we have to assert any specific text based on the outcome, we can do that with the options. Or if we have to like just verify, or like if we have to just pass on one specific value to another step as well, so that is also possible with the respective options that KTern provides. So yeah, there is assertion, there is store, there is handling of values, there is handling of dynamic and static attributes. For an end-to-end process, this extension can be taken up, and not just for an end-to-end process. So if you have one specific test case with 1,000 steps, and you have, I mean, from a test suite catalog perspective, it will have like thousands and 2,000s of test cases. So one of the things, I mean, if you want to have these values imported via an Excel as well, yeah, you can do that. Or there is also like the model-based test orchestration as well, like where you can leverage on one specific template test case, and then you can also take that upon and model that and create multiple test cases as well using the clone feature of KTern. And then yeah, you can also like make use of a similar process for different operations as well. So one specific create sales order can be used across multiple process with the handling of values and assertions and things like that. So yeah, this is about KTern's test automation capabilities, and yeah, KTern does show the analytics and whatever execution has happened.